Hello, my wonderful subscribers and viewers. And if you are brand new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me. I'm Bonnie, Old Soul Mermaid. And today we are going to be doing a side-by-side flip through comparison of the Dreamkeepers Tarot, the new mass market version by US Games, and the Tarot of Mystical Moments, also a US Games publication. Now, I have full walkthroughs on my channel, and I will link them in the description box below, going over packaging and the books of both these decks. I just posted this one very recently, and this one about a week ago. So if you want to see the packaging and the books and talk about cardstock, watch those videos. But this video is specifically for those of you who may be choosing between these two decks. The collage and the technique is all very different, but they do both have that dreamlike quality, and some of you may not want to buy both decks. Now, I did because this is totally in my realm of what makes me go giddy, and I do have the mass market version of this. And actually, my video with this is going over this one is a side-by-side with the indie and this mass market publication. So yes, I will direct you to those videos. I'll put them down in the description box below. So what we're going to do right now, I'm just going to do a walkthrough of the cards. We're going to put on, I'm going to figure out how to put some nice chill music. We'll do a flip through of the cards, and I'm going to come back and we are going to discuss. Okay, before I go, I did want to mention both of these are available on the US Games site, but they do not do overseas shipping. So if you are overseas, it's hard, you can't get it. And they are not available right now, as I'm filming this, on Amazon. They were as pre-orders, and then Amazon took them off, and there's no indication of a release date. So I'm going to put links. Liz Huston does have this deck on her site in various packages, where you can get the deck and you can get 3 art cards for $55, or you can get the deck with 1 art card for $35, or you could just get the deck just like it is for $25. And I believe she may ship overseas. You can try that. So I will leave all those links below. Finally, I want to show that this deck, the Tarot of Mystical Moments, is gilded, and I did show that it is much larger than normal tarot size. Cardstocks are, this is a glossy cardstock, and I think it works with this deck because of the bright, vivid colors, whereas this, the Dreamkeepers Tarot, is a matte cardstock. And I did show you the differences in the size of the deck. So also, I hope you noticed that Tarot of Mystical Moments had extra cards for the kings. So if you wanted to keep it all female energy, here are female kings. They also had 2 choices for the emperors. So I picked the other one. Let's just talk while we look at the cards laid out. Now, with this deck that I have in my hand, the Dreamkeepers Tarot right here, I know a lot of you are trying to decide which one, because they are kind of the same. I would say they are absolutely not the same. Yes, they have dream-like images, but as you'll see from the color palettes, that this one is more, this is Dreamkeepers, this is more muted. Both decks, the collage techniques are like totally different. To me, it is very much apples and oranges. I watched a flip through of a big tarot tuber. And this person was saying that the Tarot of Mystical Moments blows this deck out of the water. Well, I would say that this person hasn't read with this deck. I have more experience with this deck because I have the indie version. It was my first indie deck that I ever backed, and I'm extremely bonded with this deck and the images. I would say that the Dreamkeepers Tarot has more of a water or air quality to it, whereas the Tarot of Mystical Moments has more of a earth and fire vibe to it, just feel to it. You can form your own opinions. Let me know what you think with that assessment in the comments below. I know this may not help if you're trying to decide between the two. I'd say go with your gut, which one resonates with you more in the way that you read. For me, because both decks, you know, have imagery and elements that I gravitate for. Collage decks, old imagery, dreamlike quality. Those are all things that I love, and I think both decks have a very different feel. I have not had as much experience with the Tarot of Mystical Moments because I have not had it as long. And this is the indie version of the Dreamkeepers. It's because I wanted to show you, because this is what is available right now. The indie version of this deck is no longer available. And just to lay out some cards. Yeah, this seems to have more of earth or fire energy, depending on where you are coming from. Whereas the other one is water and air. This has a more vibrant color palette, and the glossy cardstock definitely brings that to life. They are both so beautiful, but they do that. I haven't, like I said, I haven't read in earnest with this deck. I've just played around with it, doing, you know, a couple of cards at a time. This has an even more whimsical quality to it. The other one, Dreamkeepers, can have a more sinister quality, and it really does call you out. It's been a great deck to work for shadow work. I really like that deck and the Deviant Moon and the Raven's Prophecy for shadow work. But like I said, I don't have, I've just had this not so long. And I will link my full unboxing discussing the packaging and everything else in the description below. I really like to know what your feelings are. What are you feeling after seeing the side-by-side and me laying out the cards? Are you more attracted? Do you feel the grab to this Tarot of Mystical Moments? Or is the Dreamkeepers more your thing? Yeah, I mentioned this other tarot tuber. He was saying the words this person used was, yeah, it's a bit samey. It's a bit samey for the Dreamkeepers Tarot, which I totally do not agree. Mentioning that the imagery they thought was very samey, and, you know, I say you haven't tried to read with it. So I hope that person's opinion changes, because that's one of my favorite decks. But you know, we all have the things that we love, that we gravitate for in decks, what we look for, certain cards that we look for. Eight of Swords is one of the cards that I look for in a deck. I have to like it. I definitely have to like the Eight of Swords. This is one of my favorites of this deck, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, so let me know what you're feeling in the comments below. I would really, really like to know. So that concludes my side-by-side comparison of the Dreamkeepers Tarot and the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Let me know what you think. I know there were people requesting that I do one of these types of videos, and if you found it beneficial, if it moved the needle one way or another towards one deck, let me know in the comments below. Which one are you feeling the pull more towards? And if you haven't already, hit a like, a subscribe. It will really help the future of this channel. And with that, I will leave you, and I'm wishing you the best of days. Bye for now.